Welcome to Lesson 4, Segment 1. In this segment, we are going to cover the basics of the Gallery tab. The Gallery tab is located right here on the right side. It looks like a picture frame. Click on that, and we have a whole new section that appears here. I'm just going to focus on the Gallery Essentials for this segment. So when I click on that, you'll see a whole new set of folders that appears here, which is really nice because inside of each folder can also be additional folders for the sake of organization. And we have down below, you'll notice that, or maybe you didn't notice, but we started out with over 5,000 pictures. But because I am clicking on various categories, the total amount of pictures, which is also known as clipart, continues to go down. So one of my students just asked me about states in the United States of America, and we want to bring up a map. So I'll click on map, North America, USA, Alaska. So the topic of the conversation was about Alaska. So when you find a picture of something that you want, you can either click twice on it, tap, and once again you have, just like some of the other objects you may have seen before in previous lessons here, you have a white circle so you can resize it, or a green circle to rotate. Put that there. You can also drag and drop items from the gallery. You notice that this new map that I just dragged out there is layered on top of that one. That's because of the order that I bring items out there. You can actually change the order if you need to. Later on, I'll give you an example of why you would want to do that. But if it turns out you need to do it, you can just click on the little black arrow here, click down to order, send to back, or send backward. Now this map is behind it. Okay, so you may notice that there's a little directional arrow here. That means we have it collapsed or open. We can collapse that category once again by clicking on that. And I'm just going to go back to the Gallery Essentials and cover some additional areas here. So right there we started out with over 5,000 pictures. And we also have another category for interactive and multimedia. What that means is they are pictures that do something. For example, we have a guitar here. Not only do we have a guitar, but it's interactive. And I know that because there's a little speaker in the lower left corner right there. When I click on that speaker, I hear this. So speaker means sound. You'll notice that there's words and letters for phonetic sounds. Hopefully they are saying it correct. You'll have to figure that out before you work with your students. If you don't want it, you can click on the object and click on the red X, and it will go away. Another example, when you see a red circle with an F, that means it's something that you can interact with. So pick on this one right here for math class. You can enter in, you can alternate the formula here. And as you do that, you may notice that the grid over here changes as well. Okay, what an awesome tool to have when teaching something about X and Y axes and plots on a grid. Very interesting here. So anytime you see the red circle with the F, it's an interactive item, and we'll explore more about some really good examples later on. A third one, so we got sound, interactive games, or instructional items, activities here. There's also one that has what looks like a film strip. That's because it is a film. It's a little movie. This is a flash format type of movie. When I get it in place, all I do is just click play. And if the video has sound, you'll hear sound as well. You also might notice that Windows Media Player did not open. Because this movie is in flash format, it plays within the Smart Notebook slide. How cool is that? So that way you don't have to worry about the internet and YouTube being blocked or whatever else. How to locate and insert videos, that's located in another lesson. So that's the interactive and multimedia. The next category says notebook files and pages. Create a new slide here. That one's getting cluttered. Let's say that you need some dot paper because you're doing some kind of activity related to this with your students. It could be a board with nails and you're giving your students rubber bands to create file patterns or shapes or something like that. So now you have something. You have a tool up here that on the smartboard, and it just basically fills in the whole slide with that as a background image. Here's another interesting one. There's handwriting pages that you can also use. So if you want your students to practice handwriting, you can do that. You just pick up a tool, connect the dots. The best way to learn more about this is just to dedicate some time and click and explore. And the next item below that says backgrounds and themes. Now this is where Smart Notebook is trying to show some similarity with PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, and you can add different themes to the background because everything I've been doing so far has had a white background. But if you want to jazz it up a little bit, see if you have something cool or a little more interesting for the kids to look at, you can double click on one of these, or you can drag and drop them out there. Now this is important to note. It says insert theme on all pages. I don't want that. Insert theme on all pages of current group. No, I just want on this one page. So I'm going to choose this third option right here. So I'll click OK. It's supposed to be planet Earth right there. It's kind of bright right here. Same with these themes, background themes. The color looks a little bright there. And there's a lot of seasonal items there as well. So once when you have that there, then you can start inserting other objects. So if I want to throw Mars in there along with Earth, there we go. If you ever start to get lost, just start click on these arrows to collapse them or go back up to the top where it says Gallery Essentials. And it'll bring you to the beginning.